Hey yo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another Coaster Spotlight Contest Edition. Today we have a really complex dueling coaster with an inverted on top of a floorless, so stay tuned and let's check them out. Okay, welcome back everyone. Getting on into it with 1812 Battle for Niagara, created by Carella Creations. And here they say, holy moly. Heyo Channel 5 team, my dueling coaster contest is 1812 Battle for Niagara. It is designed to be as realistic as possible and will be the major attraction for the Great Niagara Park, which is nearing completion and also coming your way soon. Don't worry though, I've deleted the rest of the park, so now that this coaster will run as smoothly as possible. While its in-game ratings aren't all green, it does to stay realistic within the G-force limits and sacrifices the rating for synchronized features and a unique experience. The fort itself is a fairly accurate recreation of the real location, which can be seen on oldfortniagara.org for those who are interested. Theming for this era was somewhat difficult. I hope I did it justice, and it is worthy of consideration with all the other amazing masters and legends in this community. And of course, thank you for coordinating the contest and giving us all quarantine coaster heads a great form of distraction during these difficult times. Here is the attraction's official story statistics. Riders can join up as either the American Defenders, Invert, or the British Attackers, Floorless, in a 3-meter, 5,000-foot long duel above the Fort Niagara in 1812 Battle for Niagara. 42 years after the United States declared and ultimately won their independence for Great Britain, a second and lesser-known conflict erupted between them in the War of 1812. So, marching south from modern-day Canada, British forces lay siege to Fort Niagara, strategically located at the end of Niagara River. The fort controls trade in the Great Niagara Lakes and secures the northern border of the new nation. Will you attack the fort for His Majesty's honor, or will you defend the freedom of independence? You decide. Good googly moogly. Okay, any ride preferences? I swap between 3:45 p.m. and 5:45 p.m. and 3 a.m. to give a good mix of day and evening and dark, so I'd say go with one of those. Seat view isn't bad, but I think Coaster Chase works better, as it allows you to see the other coasters train throughout almost all of the ride. Orbit and Cinematic also work pretty good. Okay, so we'll just basically go with what we want here. Oh, look at this. I think this is one of the coolest combinations of an inverted and floorless coaster that I've seen in the contest. We've seen a few people try to tackle this, but there's some really, really good elements, as you can see here, and we'll see it better from the rider perspective in a moment. There are a lot of really crazy dueling elements. So let's get on into it. 1812 Battle for Niagara. Choose your alliance. Choose your alliance. Defender, attacker. Well, I think we should start with attacker. And defend in the end. Take the drawbridge, tunnel through, seize the fort. Doing the theming here would have been very difficult, but you did quite a good job. This is looking really nice. Fort Niagara. I'm still selecting a tree. Let's go on in. All right, our first coaster, ladies and gentlemen, British Attackers, Floorless Werewolf. Here's a look at the stats. As he said, good G-forces. Stats are looking great. Whoop, spoiler. I swapped between 3:45 p.m. and a.m., they said. So do you want us to do that? 3:45 p.m. They said chase view works really good. So actually, you know what? We'll do look forward at the back. Oh wait, that doesn't work. I guess we're doing chase. Let's go. All right, absolutely amazing coaster creation. I think we're gonna go back and ride that in orbit or the other one, depending. And they did also say they also switch between 5:45 p.m. and also 3:45 a.m. So we'll try that one out as well. So I'll probably give a few rides between these creations. Go back to each one in a different perspective. Maybe try a cinematic or something. But super beautifully smooth coaster designs. Really love the dueling elements as well. There's a ton of really good things going on here. I absolutely love it so far. So we have one taking off now. We're going to pause it. This is the American Defender. There's a look at all the stats if you want to see them. Let's get right on this. This is going to be a little bit trickier. I think we're actually just going to sit in the front and then we'll revisit in like an orbit or something. Let's go. Loving it. Really well done. We're going to switch things up a little bit more. They asked for 3:45 a.m. So we're going to do that. And we're going to head back over to the British attackers. And we're going to check this one out in orbit and see how this does. And I'm going to do it from the back. Let's go. Undeniably amazing dueling elements on this creation. Some of the best throughout the contest, I would say. It just seems so heavily focused around the duel and has so many good elements as well. Quite fun. We're going to switch things up to my own custom time of day, which is going to be 10 a.m., where we can see it at the most vibrant setting possible. And for this one, we are going to do the classic cinematic. Okay, so 4 different perspectives, all really enjoyable in their own way. I mean, I don't really know what to say about this. It's great. I think the theme that you're coming up with is really difficult to do, yet you nailed it. It looks superb. The map layout's really cool. The dueling elements were phenomenal. I mean, a lot of just high praise from me. And in terms of like something versus something, you've hit that for sure. But maybe the only thing that I would have liked to see a little bit more is more of that defender's home base versus that attackers. We had the queues, we had the stations, we had that, but maybe just a little bit more of a unique experience before the battle begins or after the battle begins. Just a little something to introduce us and warm us up to the fact that we're going to war here. That's all. Just a little something extra there to separate the two before the war begins. That's just my personal preference. They kick things out right out of the get-go on the lift together. Maybe some sort of little introduction would have been great. But that's it. Very minor from me in terms of feedback. I think everything is phenomenal. But before we end off the episode, I kind of want to do a little side tangent because I've been noticing as I've been going through these, I subscribed to all the Master Builder brackets. We only have 6 for this bracket, but something has gotten into the Master Builders and it's very strange. So we had a large variety of content up until this point. So going through all the brackets so far, new builders, advanced, and experts, every single one, we had by chance 2 back-to-back submissions that were identical. And I thought that was really coincidentally strange. And going into the Master Builder bracket, I wouldn't say that's going to happen again, but there is something that's gotten into the Master Builder. So we just got off the murder case, the Marshall murder case from Chapsol. Now we're having a battle in Niagara, and then we're going to, I'm going to give a little bit of a teaser here, but we're going into the Hunger Games, a War of Steel, Dragon War, and Hacker versus Programmer. What is with all the war and murder in the Master Builder bracket? There's nothing fun and friendly about any of these episodes. I mean, no, definitely fun. These are all fun episodes. I mean, there's a lot of fun gone into these creations, but there's nothing friendly. That's for certain. So the Master Builder bracket is just murder, death, war, and destruction. So you can kind of classify them all as the same theme in some way. And it's just crazy to me how all the Master Builders were just like, all right, this is my opportunity to go to war. And I just don't understand how that is so coincidentally possible that this happened. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. And it's just left me really curious to see what's gonna happen, what's going down with the legends. We'll just have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. But certainly a fun bracket. So be sure not to miss a moment. Subscribe for more. And if you guys enjoyed, leave a like and share this with your friends. That's gonna do it for me in today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next submission. Bye now.